What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here, and in today's video I wanted to do another hardware wallet comparison video for you. On my right here we have the brand new Keystone Pro wireless and air-gapped hardware wallet, and on my left here we have the OG, the Trezor Model T. You probably know about this wallet. It's been around for a while and for good reason, so stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this one. All right, guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a quicker review on this one. I'm gonna leave both full dedicated unboxing and overall usability reviews at the end of this video and in the description if you wanna check those out. But I'm gonna do a quick comparison where I do comparison between three main categories. These three categories are typically the main categories I use to decide which hardware wallet is best for me and when choosing, and you may wanna consider for yourself too. Category one is going to be the overall design, form factor, usability, and user experience of the device, as well as obviously security. Second category is going to be the coin support and or staking. What are the unique coins that are supported by each? And then third is going to be the overall total price of these devices, and then ultimately which one I would choose if I could only pick one. So let's jump right into it. But before I jump into the content, I just want to mention that I do have my free ebook, 7 Best Ways to Secure Your Crypto, which I updated for 2021. It's 100% free. It's pinned in the comments and also in the description. All right, so let's get right to it here. So on my right, we have again the Keystone Pro. This is a brand new air-gapped device, formerly the Cobalt Pro. As you can see here, it has a biometric fingerprint authentication, as well as a camera on the back here for scanning QR codes. And we're gonna start on with just this one for now since I'm already talking about it. Right here on the overall design and form factor, this has a SD card slot externally, which you can use. It has a rechargeable battery pack as well as optional battery pack that comes with it for free of charge, where you can power this device with 4 AAA batteries, so whatever's more convenient for you. And then this is a 4-inch touchscreen display. As I mentioned, this is completely and 100% air-gapped. No Wi-Fi, no cellular, no NFC, no Bluetooth, nothing. All it does is use the QR code generation and scanning and signing on this device here. Has an EAL5 Plus security element chip as well. Same that's used in the, for example, Ledger Nano X. And on this overall device, the usability, this is 100% wireless, as I mentioned, which ultimately means to manage and use the device, you would need the Keystone app on your iOS or Android phone. So that is convenient, and that is one thing that I like about this. We'll get to coin support, as you can see in a second here, but again, I do like that I can sign and send this transaction with the fingerprint here. It is 100% air-gapped, and it's very simple. Now, another feature I wanted to point out here in terms of the design and the security is you have multi-factor that you can set up. So you can set up a pattern lock, you can set up multiple fingerprints. So if you want to have, say, a spouse or child or family member, whatever, have multiple people be able to sign off with their fingerprint to send and receive a transaction, you can do that. You can also have a password as well, and you can set up as many or as little of these as you want in order to send and receive. So your usability versus security is completely up to your own discretion, which I really like. So just wanted to point that out, that that's very versatile as well as secure as well. So that's the overall overview of the Keystone Pro, formerly Cobalt Pro, which I've been using a lot recently and has been very good to me. Now on my left here, we have the Trezor Model T. Now this has been around for a very long time. As you can see, this is a much smaller device. This has a USB-C cable at the bottom. This is used not only to power on the device, but to connect to the brand new fully released Trezor Suite application, which is desktop. Trezor used to have a web application, but they were having a lot of security issues and fraudsters that were trying to replicate or duplicate the site, and people were losing their money. So they have a much better and versatile Trezor Suite desktop application. I will put a link above here if you want my review and screen share of my Trezor Suite application, but they've come a long way. In terms of the security and the usability of the device, like I mentioned here, this only has one port for activating and powering on the device. This does have a touch screen with a pin so that you can do it. I'll be perfectly honest, the usability and the small size of the screen I don't particularly like. Obviously, compared to this is much easier to use, and you can scan, for example, QR codes. It's just much easier to use, bigger screen. The overall usability on this has been better so far, but Trezor's been around a lot longer. Trezor has a lot more testing. It's open source. You have a lot more security and time, or I should say history, built in with the Trezor, and it's a very trusted brand, so that shouldn't be discounted. With that said, the overall security doesn't have a security element chip, but it does use a special algorithm, which is completely open source, to show you exactly what's going on, which I will say in terms of security, I like better over the Cobalt Pro, which does use a security element chip. Now, as far as the overall usability, this also has an external SD card slot that you can use on the side as well. And this is obviously a much thinner and smaller device. But again, this you have to connect to a computer using a USB-C connection in order to send and receive or manage your portfolio. And this one is completely wireless, so all you need is a smartphone, iOS or Android, in order to use the Keystone Pro, which is air-gapped, and this is not air-gapped. So while I'm holding the Trezor Model T, category number 2 here is the coin support. I'll be perfectly honest, Trezor Model T is going to win an overall coin support in this particular category, and here's why. It has a lot more coin support. It also supports staking on several coins. It also is adding in native support for those coins in the new Trezor suite. Again, check out the video I did on kind of a full breakdown on that as well. But this has staking, unique coin support. Staking is already built in for, say, for example, for Tezos. It's built in for Polkadot, for Kusama, and there's many other coins that, again, are listed and supported for staking. I'll link in the description as well a full list of active coin support and the ones that they're working on and developing, but those are just ones off the top of my head. This holds everything on the EOS blockchain, the Tron blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, which means it holds over 1,000 ERC20 tokens, maybe even more. And then there's new blockchains and staking support being added as well. So as far as coin support and versatility, the Trezor Model T is ultimately going to win here. Now, the Keystone Pro, because it's newer, it only has a few native applications. You have your Bitcoin. It supports Ethereum, which also supports all ERC20 tokens as well, which is the majority of coins. Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Polkadot. It also supports Polkadot staking. And then depending on when you're watching this, they are coming out very soon with Kusama and Kusama staking, as well as Cardano and Cardano staking, which I really like for this. So also your basic Litecoin, Tron, and all TRX tokens, as well as XRP. Again, ultimately just depends on what coins you personally use and or need and want to store offline, and if you care about staking or not, like I do, to ultimately decide, because again, coin support is, other than security, probably the most important factor. Obviously, don't buy a hardware wallet if it doesn't hold the coins that you like or want to hold long term. So that's category 2. And wrapping this up on category number 3 is the price and ultimately which one of these I would choose. So again, I'm going to give a quick disclaimer. If you check the links in my description here, they're always going to be updated no matter when you watch this video, whether it's a week from now or a year from now or 10 years from now. My links will have the most up-to-date, cheapest deals, best prices, any sales, any promos, anything going on. My links will always be updated with the best price. Now that that disclaimer is out of the way, I'm going to give you the full retail price for each of these hardware wallets. On my right, as of shooting this video, the Keystone Pro full price is $169. On my left, the Trezor Model T is currently at about $159. Very close in price. These are both considered mid-level devices, meaning they're not the cheap entry-level ones and they're not the highest-end premium ones. They're sort of in the middle here. This is a tough decision because I do like the Keystone. I like the fact that it's air-gapped. I also like the fact that it supports DeFi with MetaMask, and I also like the fact that I can use it mobile, so it can ultimately work with my iPhone, or if you have an Android, it works as well, and being able to store your coins offline and on the go. So that's a very key point. On the other hand, Trezor Model T does hold a lot more coins, has a lot more integration, and also supports a lot more staking. Ultimately, Personally, if I could only choose one and I was new to the hardware wallet game, I honestly still would go with the Trezor Model T. And the only reason that is because of the coin support and staking support and integration that's built in. Honestly, if this wasn't as built out as far as a coin support and management suite, I would choose the Keystone Pro because I like the air gapped and I like the mobile features much better. And I use those more frequently than I use the Trezor Model T. But again, if I'm expanding my crypto portfolio, I'm gonna be adding new coins, and I don't mind being tethered to a computer in order to manage my portfolio, then the Trezor is gonna win strictly for coin support and staking support. Again, security-wise, it's still up to date and it's open source, which is one of the things that I like. This was a tough decision because I do like the Keystone Pro and I've been using it as my most recent favorite device. But if I'm new to crypto and I can only pick one, I'm gonna choose Trezor because of the coin and staking support. So there you go, that's my breakdown. That my opinion on this might change in the future, but hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comments section. I will do my best to answer it for you. And then click in the top right corner where I will leave a dedicated full review for these devices individually. And I will see you guys in that video. Crypto Renegade out.